What's up everyone, Randall here from Go for Noobs, aka GOLANG for Beginners. Today's episode we're going to take a look at closures, and we're going to attempt to do it in less than 5 minutes. Join us. Alright, what's up everyone? Today we're taking a look at closures and doing it in less than 5 minutes. Now, a closure is a special type of anonymous function that references variables declared outside of the function itself. It's useful for creating functions that have access to data that persist even after the function exits. So in this example here, we're actually going to make a Fibonacci number generator. And right here, this is the closure. So basically, this is going to be able to access numbers outside of the function even after the function itself exits. So before we get into it, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell, and let's go create this. So to do that, we head over to the Go playground, and the first thing we're going to do is create that Fibonacci generator function. So what we're going to do is create a function called FibGen that returns an anonymous function. All right, and to begin with, what we want to do. So with Fibonacci generators, it's difficult somewhat. This is a trick that you need to know probably for programming interviews. The first and the second Fibonacci numbers, you just need to program in there. So F1 equals 0 and F2 equals 1. All right, then once you have that, you can kind of figure out everything else from there. And how we do that is we're going to return this anonymous function. This is the closure. And then what that anonymous function will do is it will create a new F2 and F1 based off of the old F2 and F1, so that the new F2 becomes the addition of F1 plus F2, and then the F1 becomes F2. And then what we want to do is return F1, because when we evaluate this function, we want it to print out the value that was at F1. Now this is kind of difficult to grasp, but I'm going to show you how this works in a minute. So once we have this evaluated, what we're going to do is in the func main, we're going to create a variable called fib. We're going to set this equal to the evaluation of FibGen. And then we want to create a for statement. So for I is equal to 0, I is less than 10, I plus plus. What we want to do is we want to print out the evaluation of fib. So that's going to actually print out this F1 that we returned to the function, and then we're just going to print out a space. Now, when we run this, what we get is the Fibonacci numbers. Now this is the difficult part to understand right here, is what goes on right here. So this line of text, F2, F1 equals the addition of the previous F1 plus F2 and then F2. So let's go take a look at here, okay? Because it's a little bit easier than just explaining here. We'll actually go to here. So we have 3 and 5. So F1 is 3, F2 is 5. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this function. So the new F2 is going to be equal to F1 plus F2, which is 8. The new F1 is going to be equal to F2, which is 5. All right, and then we're going to return 5. So in this example, when this function takes place, it prints out the F1, which is 5, and then F2 becomes 8, and then we go on to the next iteration of that function, and we have 5 plus 8, which is a new F2, which is 13, and then we print out the 8. So that's basically what's happening. And this little closure right here allows us to keep on iterating over this function to keep printing it out. And that's kind of how closures work. They allow you to basically use variables outside of that function. So guys, if you did enjoy that, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell, and I'll catch you later. Peace.